MACNA 22 here in Wisconsin. Well, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Oops, sorry, I'm just going nuts over here. Sorry about that. All right, guys, let's start that again. Welcome, guys. This is Richard, the Aficionado channel and reefs.com, and we're here on the show floor of MACNA 2022 here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And I am here in the Slide Loc booth to introduce you guys something really cool. I think that you guys should be fascinated by. Let me flip this camera around and show you what I see. All right. Hey, Ryan, how you doing?
Hey, doing good.
Good. First of all, thank you for having us here. And I know that you have something amazing to show us today.
I got a couple things. I try to do it a little different.
Sure.
I'll start with what maybe some of you have already seen, but my patent pending lever locking system has been a huge hit.
Sure.
It just makes ease of maintenance so much easier.
Right.
And I'll give you a quick demonstration on that. For this reactor, instead of having the thumb screws, which we all know the pain of that.
Right.
Just very, very quickly. You know how long this normally takes?
Right.
And then you can just get that off. And the screw's set, and you're right back at it again, ready to...
And it's same pressure every time.
Same pressure every time. You put a little bit of plumber's tape around the stud, helps to keep that from moving, and it's done.
That's awesome.
When's the last time you got in a reactor that fast?
Right, and then I always say this in like a lot of my videos, if it's easy, they'll do it.
Yeah.
You know, because it's just that complication of, like doing stuff. It just prevents, I guess, not prevent, but I mean, it
delay the maintenance.
Right,
definitely delay
right.
maintenance. I've been in the hobby over 20 years, and I finally just got fed up, and I said, I'm done with this. My hands hurt. I'm not doing it. So.
That's awesome. So this is already out in the market. How much something like this cost?
So it's super high quality.
Yeah.
It's going to retail for 2 levers.
Okay.
It's going to be $10 per pack. It's
Okay.
all 316 grade stainless steel and anodized aluminum.
Sure.
So it's going to be, all your high quality pumps are made out of those same components.
Gotcha.
So things that we're already using in system.
Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Antonio, how you doing? Yes. Antonio from Vivid Creative Works, he says hi, and he says he loves it.
Big thanks to him for my large prop.
There you go. And Farm Frags, hey David, how you doing? Yes, he just mentioned that. And how I'm up so early, I don't sleep much. That's the key right there. So, okay, Ryan, going back, what's the second product that you want to show off?
The second one is brand new for MACNA.
Sure.
There have been a couple people that have been working on a similar thing over the last number of months, it sounds like.
Sure.
But I've been developing this over the past year, and it's a skimmer neck reducer. And it just allows you normally would size this in a little more tightly.
Right.
But it allows you to custom fit the correct tube diameter to any skimmer that you have. And the main thing that you could think of with that, it's like training wheels for your skimmer. So if you got a new person in the hobby, they don't have the bio load, for like a 125 gallon tank, but they've got the bio load of a 75 gallon. Well, you can size that down and optimize your skimmer for a 75 gallon and get it in the sweet spot. Mm-hmm. And that'll go up to skimmers with 6-inch necks.
Gotcha. And then I know that this was made for the demonstration for the show.
Yeah.
Usually it's much more snug than this you mentioned earlier, right?
Yep.
And then this one, how much reduction are you talking about with size something like this?
So there's a calculator on the website to help you size it and make sure you're doing the right one. But you're generally going to be looking for something that reduces, say, 20 to 36% that range. If you're doing more than that, you probably need a different skimmer.
Right.
But then when you go to size it, it's beveled, so your skimmate still runs off effectively. Right. But it also has guide rings on the bottom every 1/4 inch. So when you do go to cut it, you can just trace those cut lines.
Oh, okay.
And then that way it's a little more user-friendly.
Sure.
Everything can be cut with the scissors.
Yeah.
And so then that way you're not dealing with trying to do custom tooling with acrylic or anything like that.
Gotcha. And when is this thing coming out?
Those are available right now.
Right now? Yep. Gotcha. And how much do they cost?
So they retail for $30. Okay. You're going to get, again, there's 3 sizes of tubes. So it comes with a tube as well as 3 gaskets.
Sure.
So that way if you happen to hose up a gasket, you've got some backups.
Yeah.
And it's all made of high density silicone and materials. So if you're doing, say, ozone in your skimmer, it's going to be highly resistant to that. So you don't have to worry about it corroding.
Gotcha. And then, like, I noticed that you have all these like frag trays here, and like they're all like very different design than the traditional like flat down designs.
Yep.
Care to explain like what made you come up with that kind of design?
Yeah, and so there's a lot of racks on the market that have a locking system. I think a lot of people are familiar with that. I've got a patent pending on being able to do that in a channel design.
Okay.
And personally, just artistically, I like having the flow within the corner.
Right.
It just looks really nice and extends down the side a little bit for you.
Gotcha.
You know, from that standpoint. But I don't know. I think a lot of us at some point have gotten frustrated with an urchin or a tang that likes to pick out your corals and drag them around. So
Right.
That's the theory behind it.
Yeah.
I did want to show you real quick if I can.
Yeah, of course.
Probe holders have been a huge thing, and we know that Apex came out with their 2-probe version now, and we've got a phenomenal 2-probe rack. It fits in the back of like any of your all-in-one chambers.
Right.
And the 4-probe will fit in the back of most all-in-one chambers.
Right.
But what's a little different about it, fits 4 standard probes. It also accommodates the large Apex temp probe, the old one, as well as the new one.
Right.
And then, because they got a new slimmer line one now.
Yeah.
And then, but it'll fit in the dosing line holders. You can put like your hydros or your ink birds or any of those in there.
Right.
So the only thing I would recommend, just food for thought, I would not use this for like calcium dosing, magnesium dosing, because it is right by your probes. But it is exceptional if you're doing auto top off or auto water change. It's going to hold up really well. You just put your hose in there and it'll just snap into place securely, whether it's soft tubing or hard tubing.
Gotcha. That's awesome. And how much, like, what sizes do you have for these, and how much do they run for?
So it's 2 sizes, and magnets is where all the cost is because they're pretty high quality magnets. But you're going to look at $39.98 as retail.
Awesome. And where, if people wanted to purchase this, not from the show, but like online or anything like that, where can they find this?
So majority of the stuff you can find on Bulk Reefs, saltwateraquarium.com, or Aquarium Specialty, and then anything that's not listed there, you can certainly buy from me direct.
Gotcha. I have a question from one of our viewers. How thick are the magnets? Like, for example, for that one?
Yeah. So I have a 300-gallon system, half-inch glass, and what I would tell you is, on these particular magnets, they're neodymium, extremely high quality. Maybe a better way to show that is, there's my hand. I'm using a single magnet on my half-inch glass. I've been doing that for a couple of years and it holds very well.
Yeah.
I would say if you're any thicker than that, like 3/4, then you're going to want 2 magnets.
Okay.
Or you're going to want to pay for the upgraded stronger magnet.
Gotcha.
But standard magnet's going to take you to half-inch, no problem.
Okay, gotcha. So like if you wanted to get like a 3/4 or higher, you need to get multiple magnets or upgraded magnets.
Yep.
What are the prices for upgraded magnets?
You're usually looking at like another $5.
Up to $5, gotcha.
Yeah. And I would point out too, because I think any of us have been around long enough have had a magnet blow up on us.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a perpetual fear.
Right.
So I have extremely expensive high density resin that goes internally.
Okay.
And then it's double sealed with ABS.
Oh, okay.
So you got the manufacturer's sealing on the magnet, and then I seal it 2 more times after that.
Gotcha.
I've got 3,000 magnets in circulation, and to date, nobody's reported that we've had any.
Knock on wood there, right?
Knock on wood. None that have gone bad. I'm sure someday it'll happen, but thankfully it hasn't.
Gotcha. Awesome. Yes, David. So it's coming. I know that it's coming a little bit. Like there's a slight delay on what we're saying, but yeah, he just answered that for you. It's double sealed. Like after the manufacturer's sealing, he seals it 2 more times. So that up to this stage so far, there's like he sold about 3,000, and he hasn't a single one blow up on yet.
Yeah, and I should say too, maybe just because having a magnet go bad is a real concern.
Right.
For my personal magnets that I use, I only do single sealed because I want to make sure that they hold up. And so I've let them slam together full force over 200 times, and they've now been in system in my tank for over 2 years.
Yeah. And
that's just my quality control on that. I want to make sure that they work.
That's awesome. Well, thank you, Ryan, for taking some time to show us these new products.
Yeah.
It's the little things, but they make such a big difference in what we do and how we keep reefing, and you just make things so much more efficient. And hope guys like you get us out of our large mode, and I appreciate that.
There's always different ways to do it, but it's sometimes just nice to do it right.
Absolutely. Well, thank you again, and I hope you have an amazing show, and have a great day.
Yeah, thanks.